So I'm looking at these double mass loaded transmission line shapes, or double bass reflex, whatever the heck you want to call it. But a lot of them are series tuned and the driver's like right here. Or some version of this where the other side of the driver is in the second resonator. The front side of the driver is in the front resonator. It's a bandpass version of the same thing. But then I built and compared those to this version where it's not a bandpass because the other side of the driver's outside the box, and it just drives into the front resonator and all the sound goes all the way through there, instead of meeting with the other side of the driver, which is opposite phase of what it would be. It's kind of hard to explain. It's a little bit easier to show. Here's the yellow, here's the green version where the other side of the driver is outside of the box. So this isn't a bandpass version. Here's the bandpass action in the yellow one. The yellow one is where the other side of the driver is in the other resonator. And if you look, if you compare and contrast these things, this goes nuts and has a shitload of group delay. Who cares? It's like 30 some hertz anyhow. I don't think any of us can really hear that. And anyone listening to music with frequencies that low and that potent on purpose are kind of looking for something like this anyhow, except they're definitely not looking for this big dip, because that stands out like a one-note wonder, even though it's a two-note wonder. But look what you get if you put both sides of the driver in that same shape instead of just one. Why do people do this? Why do we all do this? I don't mean why do people. Here it is. The whole Sky High Car Audio website is full of 6-order series bandpass boxes just like this stuff. Why does everyone do this? Why would you put the driver right here when instead you could put the driver right here and firing out into the outside, and all the sound just goes through both resonators, and then you don't end up with whatever the heck this big dip is. I mean, this is nice, this bandpass effect, because then your whole crossover region to your other speakers doesn't have all this other junk in it that you're going to need to do with something with the DSP maybe, or whatever. So the bandpass thing is nice, but this isn't nice. This big saggy spot is nothing but, as soon as you try to get loud in this saggy spot, you run into over excursion. You run out of motor force. It turns to shit really quick, where this one doesn't. So I don't know why do people do Series 6 bandpass boxes when Series 6 non-bandpass boxes are better? Or am I just looking at anomalies that anyone who uses horn response can discover? And if you're not using horn response or Acrobac, you'd never know anyhow. Just like I wouldn't have a clue about any of this stuff if it wasn't for these computer programs where you can really look at it and compare and contrast stuff.